So today I'm practicing not moving. Okay, so I took all those shots from a single stationary position, and hopefully at some time, basically let me know at what point were you able to find me, right? Look at the timeline, tell me the time that you were able to see me. Now I did, at one point I did go from a standing position to a kneeling position. So I don't know how much movement was visible. Now I'm only about 100 feet away, right? Not 100 yards, 100 feet, okay? So what I'm doing in this video, I picked a location, right, to do this exercise that's very wooded, because in the prior videos, I was working in a more open area, okay, that had snow, and what was happening is the black in my camouflage, I think, was was standing out a little bit against the white backdrop. So what I try to do here is I'm trying to match the environment to the camouflage that I happen to be wearing. So since I got some black in this camo, basically I chose an area where this matches up to. So that's an important consideration, especially with winter shooting, because in the summertime everything's green, right? So you wear green, whether you're laying down in a grassy field or out in the woods, right? Because all these little trees over here, you can't even see 25 feet in summertime over here, because all these little trees have these low trees have leaves on them. So even if you're wearing bright red and you're 50 feet away, you can't be seen here. But in the wintertime, because the trees have dropped their leaves, you can see a little further out, but not as much as you might think. Okay, so I was at 100 feet over there. When I went back 200 feet, I had a really hard time seeing this, seeing the target. Right at 140 feet, I already got to use my magnifier, because basically I'm trying to, yes, if this was clear from 100 feet, seeing that 8-inch target is easy. But when you're looking through these little trees, right? Because basically I'm shooting through these trees, the magnifier really helps. So at close distances where you've got lots of these little branches, and you're trying to hit a small target like that, having the magnifier really helps. I know I missed one shot because when I went from a standing position to a kneeling position, I think I hit one of those branches and it deflected the bullet, and I hit the berm in the back over here. So these little branches will definitely deflect the bullets. Now I think the 9mm is actually working out a little bit better because it's a heavier is right? Because this is the 9mm PX9 from Palmetto. I think the heavier bullet is actually having an easier time cutting through the little tree branches here and getting to the target. The 5.56 might have a little bit more of a difficult time, or it may not matter at this distance. But then again, it only needs to deflect just a little bit, right? Because again, I'm shooting at an 8-inch target, so if it just deflects a little bit, I'm gonna miss my target. Okay, so I think this is working out pretty good using this type of an environment. Because here's the thing, as I was starting to say, in the summertime everything is green, right? So you wear green camo, you're probably gonna match up to everything in the summertime. In the wintertime, sometimes you can be in an area that's like all snow covered, because like sometimes you get an ice storm and all these trees, they're just covered in white. Okay, so you see nothing but white out here. And what I've noticed in the prior videos, when everything is white out there, including the trees, the black in my camo is going to stand out. Okay, so versus a day like this where there's no snow on the trees, there's no ice on the trees, so you've got a mixture of white and brown in the background. Okay, so this type of environment, this situation today, rather, not the environment, but this situation today suits the camo that I happen to be wearing right now. Okay, so because you can get into a situation, for example, where the snow is starting to melt, right? So now all of a sudden you're gonna have a lot less white on the ground. Now that situation where this might stand out a little bit more. All right, the snow starts melting, so it can go either way, right? Because the problem with snowy environments is that unless like you're in the North Pole where it's like always white, in the woods over here it's kind of always changing, right? Especially like in the fall and the spring, We're in the fall, you know, sometimes you get some snow on the ground, but then it like almost melts the next day, so you don't know exactly how you're supposed to dress. This camo that I have here is kind of good because it's kind of like in between, right? So unless I have like a snowstorm where everything is white, you know, I'm pretty good with this as long as there's some brown in the background. Okay, but anyway, just some ideas. So this is the Palmetto PX9. Got the Holosun 510C, HM3X magnifier, and the Brash tactical sling. This is the fast loop. It's coming out. It's coming in really handy having this fast loop. A fast loop that works because I got over slings where the fast loop's just not fast enough or it slides. This Brash one is actually working out pretty good. It's only $17. For $17, I think I'm getting a great value out of this. But it's working out really good in these exercises. I love this gun. Great thing about the 9mm, this 9mm AR 6-inch barrel, no ear protection. Ears aren't hurting or ringing. If I use a 10-inch barrel, right? If I go to a slightly shorter barrel, I have to use ear protection, right? At least use the little ear plugs, okay? But at 16 inches, this is quieter than a 5.56 suppressed, okay? So that's one of the great benefits of this 9mm AR. Especially in a wooded area like this where you know you're going to be shooting inside of, definitely inside of 100 yards, you know, this might be a really good option, right? Especially if you want to try and keep the noise low. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know at what point you guys saw me. Just tell me the minutes below in the comment section. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. I'll talk to you all soon.